Hey, it's been a minute. I haven't recorded a video in like 6 months because I've been insanely busy, but also sometimes I don't feel like there's a lot to update on my transition anymore. But I wanted to check in because I still love connecting on YouTube and just share a few things. I just recently started my second year of teaching, and I'm teaching middle school special education right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I care so much about my students, and it's just been a really great experience actually starting to teach and being like, hey, I can actually do this. um, Working on as many LGBT issues within my school district as I can is also a really important thing to me. So, kind of in my activism roles, I am now currently the vice president of our LGBT center here in Kansas City. So, I do a lot of work with volunteers and programs, and that's been really beneficial and rewarding. Um, it's something that takes up a lot of my time, probably somewhere in between like 15 to 20 hours per week. So I kind of call it my part time job, but not paid, of course. But that's been really good. I play on an LGBT kickball team, and I'm also on the board of that organization too. So that's a really great way that I connect with people in my community. And then I am now on serving on the LGBT commission of the city, and I am the education commissioner. So we are still kind of new. It's only been going on for about 6 months now, so still kind of figuring out what our role is within the city, but enjoying doing that as well. And I do a few other things, but I'm not going to bore you too much with this stuff. But I really enjoy being able to have my full-time job as a teacher and working with special needs kids, and then having all of my activism stuff and giving back to the LGBT community. It makes me feel really good, and hopefully I'm making some kind of difference. So I'm just happy for those opportunities. Transition-wise, not a lot has changed. I am considering getting a Hysto. I have been experiencing some cramping, not terrible, but enough where I'm like, okay, this is kind of not feeling normal anymore, and why am I having this happen? So I'm going to have a consult in a couple months to talk about that. I've been regulating kind of breakthrough bleeding and that kind of stuff with depot shots, and I've been doing that for the past year and a half. Kind of, I was taking them originally for the birth control aspect, but I am dating a woman now, so it's kind of more for the, like I said, regulation of my body. Um, but actually, yesterday, no, not yesterday, a couple days ago, I had an injection. You have to get every 3 months. And I had like this weird reaction, and I don't know if you can really see it, but the like top part of my arm turned all red and blotchy, and it was itchy and like super, super painful. I mean, I actually had to call in sick to work yesterday, and I ended up going to the emergency room. So I don't know what happened because I've had the depot shot before, but they prescribed me an EpiPen in case I want to have the injection again. But I'm kind of thinking that might not be what I want to do anymore. I know there's a lot of other alternatives for birth control, and then of course if I get a Hysto, I wouldn't need to do that. But it's weird because like I sometimes really feel like, yes, I need to get a Hysto. Like I'm having the cramping. I don't want to have the issues with potential like cancer risks. I don't like the bleeding when that happens. Makes me really dysphoric. But then other times I'm like, well, but do I need to have a Hysto? Like, is this super necessary? And what are the complications behind having that, like other health impacts? And so I don't know, I'm kind of tossing it back and forth, which I guess is why it's good that I'm having a consult. But I guess also if I want to have not top surgery, I already had that. If I want to have bottom surgery someday, I believe I would need to have a Hysto beforehand. And and I think that's something that I do eventually want to have. But I don't really know what else to share. I just wanted to check in with YouTube and say that I miss you all, but I don't want to put everybody bored to tears with my life updates all the time. Yeah, I just feel lucky to be doing what I'm doing and crossing my fingers that this pandemic's going to eventually get better so we all can get back to normal. But yeah, that's about it. So if you ever want to reach out, you know I'm here. All right, bye y'all.